Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
Halbkast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to an episode of Timecast!
Time.
It's a show where we get hyped about stuff and things and time. I am your co-host, Time Ryman.
Ooh, I am the other co-host, David Time Bell. Nope, not as good.
Hi, I am Shawn DePasquale.
Hey, we got there.
Shawn.
What's up? What's up?
Not
folks?
much. What's up with you?
I feel like there's so many things going on, but all of them have left my mind. I'm running on 15 hours of no sleep. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a book. That's really cool.
Hey,
But-
that's awesome.
Ooh.
It's not a book that you can buy or physically hold in your hand. It is a web novel. Don't ask if you don't already know. It's too much to explain. Far too much to explain. But
Oh, so the internet
yeah,
was invented
By
what,
Al
like-
Gore in the 90s.
by Al. Yeah.
yeah, a series
go
of
on.
tubes.
Right. It's tubes, metal.
No, so the book is currently running chapter by chapter on a website called Royal Road. There's also a Royal Road app that I think is much easier to read on. So download the app, I guess.
What's it called?
It's called Play Scared, and it is about a girl who is pulled into a demon run game where fear is food. And now she and her best friend, who has been turned into a 2-foot-tall killer doll, must survive 13 different horror genre-themed levels in order to save the world from
Nice.
demons.
Nice.
Yes.
And
so
it's
there's
chapter by
stakes.
chapter?
There are stakes, yeah, just small ones. Yeah, it's chapter by chapter. It's been running I'm finishing up my second week, and we're on chapter, I'm looking right now because I don't have anything ready to go.
No worries.
Chapter 20 posted today.
Damn.
So we're in it, baby.
Cool.
In it to win it.
That's,
Remind me
words.
again, like, what did people type to get to
Yeah,
this?
how do we check this out?
You can go to royalroad.com, or you can type Royal Road into your app thingy and download it. And then once you're there, just type Play Scared literally in the search bar. And it is the only book on the website called Play Scared. It will pop up. It's got a lady and a little tiny doll.
Beautiful.
Hard to miss.
Check that out.
Yeah, check it out if you would. If you're already a user over there, super. If not,
Do it.
More-
Become one.
jump in, get in there. Get in. This is, hey, you know Dungeon Crawler Carl? Have you guys heard of this thing?
Yep.
Okay. This place, Royal Road, is where that book started in a very similar format to what I'm doing. He started during the pandemic, just posting a chapter at a time. Most, I would say, of the writers on this site are what they call pantsers, which is they write a chapter or 3 a week and throw it out there and figure it out as they go. That's terrifying. I wrote this whole book before I put a chapter online. So
Yeah, that's what I would do, honestly. I don't want to improvise a book. That sounds terrifying.
but like the hustle of it is like eventually, I mean, I'm writing the second book, but like, I have to write ahead of the chapters that are coming out. And eventually, I'm only so far ahead. So I'll take
Some
little
points you might
pauses.
jazz it.
Yeah, I might. I mean, I might place, put some pauses between books, maybe, but then also, yeah, I might jazz it.
Yeah.
The book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl like changes the trajectory of the series, and it only exists because the readers on his Patreon voted of one of 3 items that should be found, and they picked that item. And it ended up like becoming a major part of the series. So if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, it does sound fun. You got to roll with it, right?
It's like role playing.
Exactly. Yeah.
The book is a lit RPG. If you're not familiar with that, it is basically like your main character is playing a video game and you are reading their experience in a video game world. There are stats, there are powers and skills to unlock. Parties are formed. Weapons are discovered. There's a bit of crafting in my story because I wanted it to be like Resident Evil kind of games, where you have very limited inventory and you have to like mash herbs together, and then like a magical jar appears.
Where you find plants. I love in Resident Evil that you can just find plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's great.
And you're like, ooh, a plant.
Just cram them in your maw. Chew.
Yeah.
I'm just chewing
like
on
real
plants. Oh, thank God I found this plant to chew on because that spider bit through my face. Just rubbing this blue plant on it.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. I also wrote a comic book, which hits stores in September. Of people like vampires. It's called Run from the Sun, and it is a classic tale as old as time. It is basically the most dangerous game with a vampire. So, a group of billionaires kidnap a female vampire to hunt on a tropical island. They have until the sun sets to get her, and then they are basically in a lot of fucking trouble if they don't.
Nice.
She has to survive, of course, until sunset in the blazing hot sun of a tropical island.
Nice.
So, yeah, we have like a team of amazing artists and colorists.
What was that called?
Run from the Sun. And you can literally go into your local comic shop and ask them to order it. It is available to order now. It's also available on Golden Apple Comics' website. If you want to type in Run from the Sun and order a copy right from LA's own Golden Apple, do it.
All right.
No, that's an awesome idea.
Thank you.
I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Sorry, I got silent for a while.
No,
I'm just like, I'm thinking about all the
concept.
logistics of it. I'm like, huh.
yeah, it was one of those ones where it was like my writing partner, Matt Cohen, and I were like bullshitting on the phone, and I was like, it'd be cool. No one ever made like this. And he was like, nah, that's probably been made. And so we spent like an afternoon like Googling and trying to find anything similar. And we were like, this seems such an easy idea. Why has no one done that?
Yeah.
We did it. We found one.
That's awesome.
One version of this story that hasn't been told. So, yeah. Please check it out if you are into comic books and vampires and sexy ladies.
Which I'm told a lot of people are into those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, thank you for being on.
Thanks, man.
You've been on Hypecast. I looked it up a while ago, 2019.
Yes.
And this is
I was a boy.
you were but a lad.
So much has changed. Oh man, so much has changed.
This is similar to Hypecast in that it's Hypecast, but we're talking about movies from June of, I believe, 1996.
Yeah.
Perfect.
30
which is
years in the
like-
past.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my sweet spot. 1996 would be when Real Big Fish's Turn the Radio Off came out.
Right.
We'd also be skanking it to Less Than Jake's Hello Rockview album at the time. I'm living in Coral Springs, Florida. I'll paint you a picture. Coral Springs, Florida. It's South Florida. At the time, it's mostly like the New York Jews that got too cold and came south.
Right.
And there's nothing to do ever. You just drive around.
But skank.
Go to ska shows and watch movies.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I have seen most of these trailers. I mean, most of these movies and all of these trailers.
Yeah.
I mean,
that we're about to talk
the
about.
very first trailer is like based on a novel by like professional South Florida weirdo Carl Hyacin.
I know.
Before we get into it, we have to thank some producers, though.
Oh,
So,
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. These are our wonderful producers who made this happen. Big thank you to @NerdNumbers says check out MikeSlater.com for amazing Babylon 5 takes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Zero Charisma.
Thank you.
Thank you to 2001 A Space McNulty Odyssey.
Thank you.
Thank you to A Secret Thing You Know Nothing About.
Thank you.
Mysterious. Thank you. Thank you to AJ.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew How Presents Andrew and Andrew Watch Twin Peaks.
Our Twin Peaks watching.
Thank you
Twin
to Andrew
Peaks.
McGuire. Likes the way Tom says Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
And thank you to As Long As I Got My Suit and Kai. Thank you.
Let me jump in here. Thank you to Asking Seven.
Thank you.
Thank you to be sure to pre-order Jason Pargin's highly controversial new novel. There are no giant crabs in this novel. A novel of giant crabs.
Thank
Three
you.
novels in one thing. Thank you to BLT 22 EW HVIS-B.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bootler is looking forward to season 3 of Him Booze.
Hey, me
Season
too.
1 and 2, okay, but season 3.
All right.
Thank you to Braxton is busting loose and writing a big old nerd book. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you to Brockway loves the meat millie.
Thank you.
Thank you to Burrito, the skankiest slut in town.
Oh, yeah.
Skankin'.
Yeah.
And thank you to Jeff Has Cool Cards on the YouTubes check out Jeff Has Cool Cards on the YouTubes for stellar pack breaks and sweet minute rips.
Thank you. All right.
I don't want to bump Converse souls as we skank, but I do think Hello Rockview came out in 1997, Shawn.
Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
You were definitely skanking to Johnny Quest Thinks We're Sellouts by that point.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And Pezcore as well. You got me by a year.
I mean, it just so like Hello Rockview just so happens to be like I'm like a very mild Less Than Jake fan, but Hello Rockview was one of my favorite albums in high school, so I just have that date locked into my mind.
It's one of the that and Borders and Boundaries were two of.
I was lukewarm on that one, but I haven't listened to it since it came out. I feel like I would be much kinder to it if I gave it another shot.
Are you a Streetlight Manifesto guy?
Not so. I was only ever kind of on the edges of ska. So I didn't get too much into it. I was very like Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish. Like
Sure.
I'll come up. I'm
All
trying
the
to
hits.
think. Maybe like Slapstick might be like the most like street cred ska band I ever listened to, but that's only because Dan Andriano was in it, and I'm a huge Alkaline Trio fan. So
We had a local band called Scarmy of Darkness.
that's
I liked
perfect.
because that's a great ska name.
Mephistopheles,
Any ska, yeah.
awesome ska band
Awesome.
name.
Awesome.
Like-
Great band,
Is
too.
Less Than Jake what Better Than Ezra is talking about? Like, do you think Less Than Jake is Ezra and
Yeah.
Better Than Ezra is Jake?
It's old slang.
Yeah.
All right. I like
Everything's
my
good.
version.
I forget there's a song where, I mean, there's a lot of songs where it shows up in, but there's like an old timey song where the lyric is like everything's great, everything's Jake, and that's basically what it means.
Oh, sure.
I also, you guys, for the producer nods, it's a very special thing I would like to do for your producers. Only when I'm on the show is the only time this will ever happen. But in my thanks to them for supporting you guys, I will take a bong hit.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we'll count. We'll count the seconds. All right. We need
I'm
to
glad
talk
you
about
smuggled that
movies.
into the time machine.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
Let's
not supposed to be in here? Oh,
We might get busted in 1996.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Our first trailer, and remember, this is top 10 of 1996. This is number 10 or around 10.
Yeah.
Is Striptease.
Yes.
Striptease.
This is the one I was talking about that's based on a book by Carl Hyacin.
This is this what I wrote, the Dante's Peak of the two? Where
You mean the Showgirls? I wasn't sure what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
yeah.
I don't know because it's well.
Here's my
judging
theory.
by how you and I feel about Dante's Peak, yes. Like, in my Striptease is like the the better movie, I think. Like, Showgirls is notoriously one of the worst
Right.
movies ever.
It's
Like,
the beer and
Striptease
the
is
wine, right? Where
a
you appreciate
serviceable
both.
comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it's what are you going for, right?
Yeah.
If you just want naked ladies doing naked stuff, Showgirls is your movie, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
But,
if you
like,
want the
minute by
Verhoeven
minute.
sleaze,
Yeah.
like it's such a sleazy movie.
It's a sleazy movie. It's gross. No, you should feel dirty after watching it, but if that's your
Oh,
thing, go
man.
for it.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking like at the time how they were regarded, which Striptease is like the more sophisticated of the two.
For sure.
Like Dante's
Yeah.
Peak, where as I got older, it was Showgirls was the one that you grew to appreciate over time, I
Yes.
That was the one that would be sort of due for a re-examination, because you could even tell with this trailer, like they're really leaning on, see, it has all this sharp dialogue and witty comedy.
Yeah.
It's not just about Demi Moore jiggling her boobs.
think. All right.
Yeah. Which
I mean, it is also about that, but
To get back at Robert Patrick, him as a scumbag.
he is
very
so
to me.
funny in this movie. I haven't seen this in a long time, but I do remember him, Robert Patrick, and Burt Reynolds being like real S-tier scumbags in this film.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like one of the reasons Showgirls gets re-examined now and this movie is mostly forgotten is because Showgirls like tried to do something, you know?
Yes.
Say what you will of it and how it was executed, but like it reaches for the stars, baby. It's so hard and it is weird and unique in its own cult-like
Right.
way.
It's
This
a
movie is
swing.
just like a
Right.
boring. It's
This
just
is-
like a movie from the '90s.
Exactly.
90s
This is
thriller.
like a boring nothing. Whereas, like, I mean, like Showgirls, it's a Paul Verhoeven movie. So, like, at the end of the day, it's like you said, it's weird, it's interesting, it's like, it's just such a unique thing.
Yeah.
And then this is just kind of a nothing. Like, I'm not even sure who directed this movie.
Well, it's great that you asked that. It's Andrew Bergman, writer of Blazing Saddles. And he also wrote Fletch. He has his last credit is Paws of Fury, but I'm pretty sure that's just because they legally had to credit him.
They had to credit Blazing Saddles. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird. He was the writer and director of this movie. He also did It Could Happen to You and Honeymoon in Vegas.
Two Nick Cage movies. I like those movies.
I had the same Instagram. I was like, who the fuck made this? And I'm like, oh, the fucking writer of Blazing Saddles? All right. Thank you, sir. You know, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is like a weird. It's a movie about this legal aid who has to, by way of circumstance, starts dancing at a strip club in order to. She's going through some weird custody thing. I forget all the details of it, but her ex-husband,
"You don't
Robert
have a
Patrick's like a
job."
weird maniac, and he's making
Yeah.
her life really, really hard. Yeah. But she's
There's
like lawyer adjacent is a big part of the plot, because it gets into like this conspiracy with this senator who's played by Burt Reynolds and all this other stuff. It's like I mentioned, it's based on a Carl Hiaasen book who was like real Elmore Leonard adjacent, if that means anything to you. So it's like these really like entangled crime, sort of comic crime stories, and that's kind of what this is.
I don't remember
Anyway,
this movie.
sorry, Shawn.
I know I've
Also,
seen it.
I'm not a fan of fake boobs, and so for me, this one was not it for me.
Is that the idea with her character?
Oh,
I can't remember this movie.
I
at all.
don't know if it's mentioned, but she clearly has like the biggest fake boobs of all time in this movie, because she didn't look like that at any other point in her life.
It's 90s, like 90s.
It's 90s
strip
plastic
club
surgery.
sleaze is its own thing. That's, I think, going back to Showgirls. Like, I think that's sort of part of what the appeal of Showgirls is. It feels like whenever, like, I don't know, 90s sleaze, like, I think, like, when it's, I'm just talking about the pure aesthetics of how these films look, too, where I'm like, the Showgirls has, like, the appropriate camp for the environment. Does that make sense? Whereas this...
Yeah, like the lighting and
Yes.
stuff. Like, this
Yeah.
is very, like, dark and
That
grimy for its subject matter. Well,
That's
I guess
why
it
it
is,
endures,
but-
though. I think Showgirls, is
Right,
because
yeah.
of it. It's got an
that's what I
aesthetic.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Verhoeven is
Like this should,
he's kind of works with that aesthetic.
for what this movie is for what the story of this movie is, it should be a little more like fun in its in its filmmaking. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like again, it's a Dante's Peak. Although I think Dante's Peak is a very good movie, but it's like then you look at Volcano, and Volcano is like, come on, man, we're making a volcano movie. Let's have fun with it, for fuck's sake. You know, let's slap that shit in L.A.
Wave it around a
Where
little.
Dante's Peak is like, we want to make a real movie about a volcano, and it's like, all right,
Grandma's gonna boil in a lake of acid.
Snore.
yeah.
Pierce
let's
Brosnan's
talk
wife's gonna get a molten rock through the head, and he's gonna make his Pierce Brosnan noise at her. Oh! This sounds like Colossus in the X-Men arcade game.
You know exactly the Pierce Brosnan noise you're talking about.
The problem with
makes
the
great
movie is also tonal, right? Like Bad Monkey. Did you see that show? It's another Hyacinth adaptation.
Vince Vaughn one.
Vince Vaughn, Bill Lawrence, who did like Scrubs and produced it, and I think show ran it.
I think
it nailed the tone in a way that Striptease completely failed. Like the tone of a Hyacinth book in a way that Striptease completely didn't.
Doesn't.
But both, like, I mean, it's still corny jokey dialogue, right? But like the visuals and the aesthetics of Bad Monkey feel like a South Florida
it should look
Hyacinth book.
It should look more like the Roadhouse remake.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Because like that's
also...
like the Hyacinth. Oh, just real quick, like the Hyacinth stories are kind of about bozo criminals in that sort of like setting,
right?
Like this gorgeous like South Florida setting. Sorry, Dave.
No, I also remember this was the era where there was a lot of hype about Demi Moore is going to do blank in this movie. Like I remember G.I. Jane where they're like, she's going to get swole, she's going to shave her head. And this one was like, oh, she's going to strip. Where it was like a Jackass stunt where like it was like that. It was like when Christian Bale gains weight and loses weight. And that's like part of the hype of like, oh, this actor
She was
this
like
thing.
one of the, I think at the time, the highest paid actress. And I remember that was.
And she's great. So. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that was part of the buzz around this movie and G.I. Jane was like similar to Swordfish. Like in this movie, it's like, oh, she's getting X amount. Like she got like a record amount of money, and it's for the nudity in this film, and also because she's this big star. And anyway, that she was able to negotiate this big deal for this movie, and then I think it was a similar thing for G.I. Jane. It's just. Anyway, I remember that being part of the conversation. It's just she's the highest paid actress, so there was all this scrutiny over all of her movie roles.
The best part of being in 1996 is that movies make money right now. And so therefore they can have things like really high paid actors and well-paying jobs for all the people that make the movies.
It was also like for this movie, it gets a CD-ROM game, a music video, a McDonald's tie-in. It was just like the
striptease Happy Meal.
Yeah. Oh God, they better. Let's talk about the next film, The Arrival, which watching this trailer, I was like, this is Disclosure Day.
It's Disclosure Day if the aliens were bad, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that this is Disclosure Day. I have a weird theory. When is Contact?
97?
7, I thought so. It's like
the
around
book was
this time.
many years before, but...
This feels like there was an era in the late 90s where it's like we discovered that we had satellites and we were like, what if the satellites contacted aliens? Where we had this like brief affair because the X-Files, I think it was a little earlier. They have both Contact and X-Files has the GoldenEye telescope. And then this one kind of has the New Mexico or satellite rather. It's just like that brief affair we had with like, oh yeah, what if aliens sent a signal to us? And it's like the scientist is the first. I need to watch this again because we've only watched The Arrival 2 recently, which wasn't a good movie.
It's not as good. Not as good. I remember this one being okay. Like I was sort of disappointed with it when I initially saw it when it came out. And I know you and I have definitely watched it since, Dave. But this is like kind of creepy. Like I like the way it handles an alien invasion and the subsequent. This feels kind of more like a Clancy, like kind of spy movie. And the aliens actually already being on Earth is kind of a reveal. Sorry about that, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's a 30-year-old film, but
Yeah.
this is kind of okay in my memory. And we got old Charlie Sheen looking like Gordon Freeman from
I was
Half-Life.
gonna say he's not supposed to look like this. Like Chuck Sheen, like he doesn't like when I see him in this, I'm like, that's not what a Charlie Sheen looks like.
It's so
That's
hard to.
inappropriate.
I was sitting there thinking about, was there ever a time when we would believe he was a scientist? Because everything he says in this trailer just is
I
so
know.
Charlie Sheen.
He's too serious.
It's like you're
yeah.
too Charlie Sheen, man. I
For the
don't believe
record-
you know anything about this.
Yeah. This is the director is the writer of G.I. Jane, by the way, which is a weird
weird.
coincidence. They also wrote Waterworld, also The Fugitive, also Warlock, and of course it's the director of Riddick, or rather Pitch Black, and then later Riddick.
David Toohey.
Yeah, it's the Riddick guy. This was what he did before Riddick. He did this, and he was like, all right, what if this, like aliens, but like some guy has sweet goggles and fights them instead? And that's what he went with.
This movie trailer and the previous trailer are both like inky dark. And I vaguely remember this being just like the aesthetic of 90s thrillers. There's a lot of like just underlit scenes, it feels like, in this movie. Or maybe I'm just used to all of the overlit scenes in modern day movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
But-
definitely right. Arrival is 100% like a noir. It's like a neo-noir.
Yeah. There's a lot of shots of just like, at least in the trailer, of like Charlie Sheen with just like a complete pitch black background behind him, and it feels like 90s, like, oh, he's on a spaceship, but we don't have CGI budget for that, so it's dark.
Really staring at us like he's trying to make his eyes spit.
Yeah. It's
Real
cozy
Sheen
movie,
face.
right?
Sorry, what, Dave?
No, this isn't like a party movie. This is a cozy watch alone movie.
It's not a great group watch. We've done it on a movie night, but like I said, it's kind of a noir. It's about him like scratching at the surface of this weird signal, and then this whole fucking thing explodes in front of him. Richard Schiff is killed, guys. Richard Schiff is killed. Yeah, you should watch it. It's not bad. If you like the X-Files, The Arrival is kind of like your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's like an X-Files episode.
Yeah.
It's what if Contact had less restraint, like as a movie, I feel like. Like Contact has, although Contact, it's funny to say that movie has restraint.
Yeah,
It
this
doesn't
is
really
so
have
You see
restraint.
suicide bombing a space teleporter, so yeah.
Yeah, this feels much more restrained than that movie. Also just had a bigger scope. Like this was the like cheaper version. It's got Charlie Sheen and Terry Polo, as opposed to the great Jodie Foster.
Yeah, it is
true.
way scaled down. Thanks for mentioning that. That's something I had meant to say when I initially saw the movie as a 13-year-old. I was part of the reason I was disappointed with it was the scale of it felt so small, and I was kind of surprised by that. I was like, this is supposed to be an alien movie. I'm coming off of. I mean, this is the same year as Independence Day, so it's like.
Yeah.
You go from Independence Day to this really small scale, cerebral, like thriller version of an alien invasion. And it's like, I don't like this one as much.
Right. If you're an adult, you'd be like, ooh, how cool. If you're 12, you're like, what the fuck?
It's
Give
this.
me the fucking-
It's cheap, and that's why you get the like Charlie Sheen in a black background.
Oh yeah, they're
screaming on a spaceship.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, there are so many special effects from the year 1996 specifically that look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hadn't quite figured that out yet, I guess. Anyway, that's the Arrival.
The Phantom is our next movie.
Oh,
Billy Zane,
boy.
baby.
Can't wait to talk about this.
I mentioned on a later podcast I thought this movie was successful. I looked it up. It was not.
No.
This is in the top 10. It's still a flop.
Yes.
It is the director of Operation Dumbo Drop. If that means anything to you guys,
It
He
does.
also did
not
Free
much.
Willy. He also did Quigley Down Under. So
That means more to me.
yeah.
This, I remember this, me having no connection to this character whatsoever. But being happy to be introduced to it because this trailer is like all of the Indiana Jones beats, right? It's just making you think of all the old adventure movies and Rocketeer type stuff. And I was really into the Rocketeer. So like kind of hyped for Phantom just based on the trailer. I did think his skull rings were kind of lame. So there was like a firm ceiling to my hype for the Phantom. When I saw it, it was kind of like the exact level of mediocre I was expecting. And it's a fun group watch.
Yeah, it's of that, Dick Tracy, The Shadow, Rocketeer you mentioned, where it's like they were like pandering to like people in their 60s, it felt like, where they're like, remember this from 60 years ago? It reminds me a little Masters of the Universe now, where you're like, 10 years too late, guys.
Well, hang on. With Rocketeer, I don't think the Rocketeer comic is actually from the 30s. I might be wrong about that. I think it's just I'll have to let me look that up real quick. But anyway.
But I assume it's the same lesson they should have learned with the Phantom. Where they're like 60-year-old the Phantom, and then nobody sees it. And
this kind of aged. Right. Okay, yeah, he was created in the 80s. Okay, so it is.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but your point still holds. It's
The Shadow.
No. The Rocketeer.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Rocketeer was created for Disney, I think, right?
I think, or rather, Disney owns it, and they bought the rights to the graphic novel to make the movie, I believe. So now he's a Disney character. But anyhow,
The Shadow was very important to me. My grandfather loved this show growing up, like the radio serial.
This is the Phantom, though.
What?
The trailer we're talking about is the Phantom.
I thought we were doing The Shadow.
Oh, no. We mentioned The Shadow because Dave
I got off because I love that movie. This is garbage. Hot garbage.
But we're just about, Dave, we mentioned The Shadow because we're talking about like adapting really, really old properties into these big budget summer movies and sort of being surprised when they fail. Like The Shadow was another version of that 2 years prior in 1994. The Shadow?
Yeah,
they both failed, I think, pretty badly. Oh, yeah. I think they were like Congo bad.
And to your story,
Congo bad is what 90% of movies aspire to be. That's the band that people remember.
Yeah. Well, we're getting off track. Congo's fascinating because every time I rewatch it, I'm like, right, they should have had the monkeys in it. Like, Killer Monkey movie. It's like if Jurassic Park
didn't have the dinosaurs
only showed up at the very end for one scene. It's like,
and then all jumped into lava.
There's your problem.
I think my biggest takeaway from the Phantom was that Billy Zane always looks like he has eyeliner on.
Yeah. And this one goes right through me, where it's like Billy Zane's fine, I guess, but he's better as a maniac. And like I'm like watching the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, there's like a bridge scene. Isn't there a microscope that stabs people in the eye?
Yeah, Treat Williams has a dual eye stabby microscope.
Yeah, and it's all like vague, where I'm like, was there like a Pirate's Cove in this?
Yeah, like, Shang Tsung is in it. He gets eaten by sharks.
Yeah, is this The Shadow has the cool knife.
The Shadow has the flying angry knife, that real mad knife. Yeah. That mean knife. No, the Phantom is I think there's sky pirates in it.
Yeah. The Shadow was the year before, I want to say.
2 years before, 1994.
Yeah, and and that's the thing, is like, and then when was Dick Tracy?
Dick Tracy was 1990.
Okay, so I feel like what happened is someone was like, Dick Tracy, and everybody's like, that's great. And then someone was like, oh, and The Shadow, and everybody was like, okay, sure. And then like, and The Phantom, and it's like, buddy, we are just moving on.
Well, I think it's what it is what you're talking about with Masters of the Universe, and also what we saw.
Yes,
it's also in the 90s, but more successfully to a degree, which was adapting old TV shows like the Brady Bunch as a movie, or the Flintstones as a movie, etc. It's like, it's just that the generation of kids who grew up with that shit are now the adults making movies.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it happened.
Yeah.
All the people who grew up with the Phantom and the Shadow and
they were in charge at the time, and now it's
we gotta make a Phantom movie.
Yeah, and now we're getting Ghostbusters and He-Man
exactly.
and G.I. Joe reboot and Transformers. I'm sure will come back around.
And there's like this. I just think it's funny how there's this diminishing returns, where I feel like even Dick Tracy, people are like, okay, a little weird, but sure.
I think Dick Tracy's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, and everybody loves Dick Tracy. And then they just kept doing it. I would argue the 1998 Avengers is part of this, where Avengers at the very end was like, and the Avengers, and people are like, no, we're good, go away. Although the Avengers 1998 is.
I think the Avengers and the
masterpiece in
Mod
its own
Squad came out in the same year.
right. Yeah.
Mod Squad
Close
was
to it.
good though. It was enjoyable.
I don't remember the Mod
I mean,
Squad.
to be fair, I haven't seen it since I saw it, so my vague impression was that I enjoyed myself. But I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I was
that's
very
what
young,
kids-
and I've smoked so much weed in between then and now. It's hard to tell what anything is. Also tired. I'm so tired.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Well, okay.
Okay.
Any other thoughts on the Phantom?
I wish it was the Shadow.
Yeah, that could have been its tagline.
Honestly.
Let's talk about the Nutty Professor.
Oh, man.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
I have, but it's been a long time. This is not like a favorite Eddie Murphy movie of mine.
Right. This was like the Downfall, where we get like the clumps. Is that the clumps? Is that from
The
this,
Clumps
or?
is a sequel to this. This isn't. Well, it depends on what you mean by downfall, because this is a huge hit for him.
Yes.
Well, that's usually how the Downfall starts, right? Where it's let's make this thing, and then we keep making.
And then we just
that
keep
thing.
making that thing. Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, we're good. I don't
mean,
know.
on its
like I
face,
said,
it's
I
pretty
never saw
classic
this.
Eddie Murphy, where he's playing a bunch of different characters. He's wearing crazy makeup, and there was also buzz around it because it has a lot of digital effects in it for the different
Yeah.
transformation sequences. And a couple of the gags get me in the trailer.
Him being on screen with like 5 versions of himself.
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time
yeah.
Was like crazy. It was like crazy. Oh, no one's ever done this before.
Yeah.
Patty Duke,
90s.
but there's 5 of them.
Yeah, the 90s was a great era of this, where it's like, we can
Yeah.
do this thing. And I do remember seeing him do the transformation. It's like The Mask in that era, where you're like, you could do that to a person? Like,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching this trailer in 2026, however, like, boy, is it mean.
It's just people being openly hostile for him
This
for
is
being
a
overweight. And I'm
mean
like,
fucking trailer. Good
yeah,
God.
it's like, Jesus, guys,
Yeah.
stop. Like, he's a professor.
It's
like,
just the
don't
most
treat him like
fat-phobic
that.
trailer. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
And movie. I mean, ultimately.
Of course it
that's
is.
the whole
it's,
joke, right?
Yeah,
of
the whole
movie.
joke is that he's a big fat guy.
I'm more of a flubber guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
we watched Flubber not too long ago. Flubber's pretty
Flubber's
fun.
fine. It's Flubber.
Yeah.
This is the director of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Another movie where you're like, oh, not quite. Not
Yeah.
quite Ace Ventura.
Like, you're like, this is pretty funny. And then you get to one part and you're like, right,
Yeah, you're like, right.
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 Finkel's Einhorn.
Yeah. They do this also. This guy also did Liar Liar. So that's. I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm like, I want.
I've watched it
what
recently.
terrible things in there. All right.
I mean, it mostly holds up because the point of the movie is he's an asshole. So the things
Yeah.
he says and does are like, yeah, he's a dick. But it is cursed with that 90s streak of divorced women will eventually come to their senses and get back together with their ex-husbands.
Right. that good old 90s.
I wonder
Magical
why.
dad. Like the dad is shitty, and then a magical wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Nutty Professor, maybe I'll watch it someday. I don't even know why this didn't appeal to me. Because I liked other Eddie Murphy stuff, and like, I think it was just like,
Weirdly, this is a weird thing to say because I was a huge fan of the Ace Ventura movies at this time. This movie felt too juvenile for me.
yeah.
Like, I remember having that thought when this movie came out. So I didn't see it actually in the theater. I saw it on video.
All right, we'll get to other comedies that I definitely watched the shit out of, but like, I realized I'm 12 for this, and yeah, it's this sort of thing
Yeah, I was 13.
where like you're at a transitional place where you're like, that's kids shit.
So that's baby stuff, yeah. And
Yeah.
where you're hard about that shit.
Yeah, you're trying to define yourself, and you're
Right.
like, I'm an adult now.
Like, no,
You
I don't
know?
give a fuck. I'll watch a cartoon by myself in the theater, eat my shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
Exactly. Now I'm like,
Yeah, I
who
don't
gives a
care. But yeah, like back then, yeah, you're really
Get out
like
of the way, kid.
exactly
You're in my seat
snatch his limited
for this
Mario
11:30
Galaxy
a.m.
Cup or whatever.
showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the
let's
time,
talk-
you'd rather be caught dead than be in a movie that's like, oh, that's for little kids when
Yeah,
you're like 12,
exactly.
13. Anyway.
Yeah.
Eddie, fucking Eddie.
Hey guys,
I
what's
realized,
this?
I saw this
remember-
with my mom and my brother.
Wow.
We saw this as a family.
This is one where it's like I know the poster and I never thought about it. And looking at it, I'm like, oh, that sounds delightful. It's like it's Whoopi just roasting dudes.
Yeah, she becomes the coach of the Knicks, who are owned by Frank Langella wearing a cowboy hat, which is such a staggering offer.
Nice.
That's pretty amazing. I haven't seen this.
I've never seen this. It seems fun, Whoopi Goldberg hamming it up.
Yeah.
Before she got all, crotchety.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I realized that most of Whoopi in my childhood is Guinan from Star Trek. So, like, when I look at Whoopi Goldberg, it's funny. I don't see a comedian that much, and I always almost forget when I see movies like this. I'm like, oh, right, does
That's
comedy.
funny.
Like, I love Sister Act, don't get me wrong, but, like, Whoopi to me was, like, ingrained in me as Guinan from Star Trek as this, like, very wisdom.
My, like, very few years on you puts her in comic relief for me.
Yep.
Like, that's what I remember. Like, her, Robin Williams, and Billy Crystal are forever comic relief in my brain. That's how I was introduced to them.
Ghost.
And then all this other stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess Ghost, too. But, like,
Ghost. Yeah.
I met her as a comedian first, watching HBO's comic relief.
Right.
And she's a comedic character in Ghost as well. So it's like so I was going to say basically the same thing that Shawn said is I have the exact opposite problem. Or she was such a comedian to me, and this is who Whoopi Goldberg is. This character, like Sister Act, where she's a fast-talking grifter,
Yes.
Like, so seeing her in Star Trek was always kind of a real gear change for me because she's just she's calm and just wisdom and like
Agree.
She's not always that. She's weirdly horny in that, and there's an episode where she teaches Data about stand-up, which is a nice little meta thing.
Yeah, of course.
Happens.
Who else would?
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Well, then on the holodeck, she's like, give me a good comedian, and they have Joe Piscopo. And it's like, ooh, nope, that's a miss.
Just have her roast him.
Yeah.
I just want to point out the top comment from 11 days ago on this Eddie trailer is, as we celebrate our first championship in over 50 years, let us never forget how rough it was under Coach Dennis Farina.
Dennis Farina's the coach. Richard Jenkins is in this movie. This movie has a cast, man.
Yeah, this thing's on fire.
You're telling me you think you can coach the New York Knicks better than I can? You get out of here.
It's perfect. I want to watch Eddie. I've never seen it. Tom, did you see it?
I saw it in the theater with my mom and my brother.
So you're the only person who's seen it.
I have not seen it since, so it's been 3 decades. I remember enjoying it. I had a grand old time. Our next trailer is a real thrilling one.
Now, this is a movie I remember vividly and have watched many times. This is Dragonheart, folks.
This is another movie, Dave, that I did not see in the theater because I dismissed it as baby shit.
So I put in the notes. I remember watching the trailer for this and the dragon silhouette, and I was like, holy shit, because this is post-Jurassic Park where we're doing that thing where, like, let's take CGI out.
Let's see what we can do. And this had like a year of buzz as like we are creating this photorealistic, fully realized digital character dragon that's going to be fully performed by Sean Connery. Like, this had a lot of buzz.
Right, but it's and it's like, okay, dragons. We haven't done dragons. Let's do dragons. But I remember being like, oh, this looks so cool and dark. And then he's like, I'm the last dragon.
I'm the last
it's
one.
Like, what the dragon's talking? What the fuck? I still saw it though, and I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I had a toy.
It's got the alien bounty hunter in it.
Yeah, it does.
Being a real freak. David Thewlis with his freak hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
His little page boy penis hair.
Yep.
Dragon looks awful now.
Yeah.
It doesn't age great, but like at the time, he looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he did.
It's blended pretty okay. I mean,
it's okay
for the time.
Yeah.
Considering,
Yeah. It's one of those like where you remember it being really good and then you watch it again. You're like,
it doesn't look as good.
There's a shot where Dennis Quaid looks like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
That's most of the movie. He kind of looks like
wait a second. Is he in this? Benedict Cumberbatch? I was like, nope, that's Dennis
Oh
Quaid.
man, he would be a boy. He would be seeing this
love
in the
that
theater
he's-
with us, clutching his dragon toy.
I love that they're a dragon grifter. I gotta watch this again. This is a delight.
There are not bad ideas in it. We've watched it a few times on movie nights. It just doesn't ultimately hang together all that well.
I mean, Rob Cohen was years and years away from the masterpiece that would define him. Obviously, I'm talking about Triple X.
Yeah.
The early
Yes.
2000s Triple X.
Yes.
And also the Skulls and the Fast and the Furious. And Stealth and several Rammstein music videos, which explains why they're in Triple X.
He went from Dragonheart to Stealth, huh? Listener,
No,
Stealth.
well, he went from Dragonheart to Daylight.
That's also not great. It's another big
Nope.
bomb, but Listener,
He did a
Stealth
TV
is one
movie
I
of the
think
Skulls.
it may have been surpassed, but as of like within the last decade, it remained one of the biggest bomb of all time.
He's been struggling. He did Stealth, then the Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. He fell on that sword, and then he
Somebody
did Alex
had to.
Cross.
You know,
Yeah,
that
Alex
movie
Cross
is
was
nobody's
decent.
fault.
yeah.
Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Dave.
Alex Cross is decent. He did the Hurricane Heist. He's got a new movie coming out called Speed Hunters, which I don't even know what that's about, but I'm like, yeah, I'm one ticket, please, to Speed Hunters. Whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, I don't know. Dragonheart.
It's okay.
Dina Meyer.
It does
Yeah.
have Dina Meyer. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's got a cast.
It's
Pete
it's
Postlethwaite.
okay. Yeah, of course it has him in
He
it.
is probably the only laugh.
He
I've
has
personally
medieval peasant face.
seen him slay nearly 2 dragons.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
No, he's one of those guys. He just looks like
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he's got that
he's a
face.
medieval villager, man. All right. Well, what's the next trailer? I can't tell because there's a cat.
It's the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Dave.
Oh,
The
right.
Disney musical.
Bells of Notre Dame.
Also starring Demi Moore.
Yes.
Oh shit, that is her.
Also is a dancing, jiggly character.
Yep.
This too.
I was just thinking about this morning. People don't give enough credit to how hot that character is.
Esmeralda?
Agree.
Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Like she's pretty.
She's pretty hot. I mean,
And, like,
that's
One
kind
of
of...
the hottest, right?
That's the point. That's the point of the story. The whole
Oh yeah,
story.
she's so hot. She drives this man
Everybody
insane.
in Paris is like, she's too fucking hot. And it unmakes like several men.
Yeah.
It destroys
Several
the men of the
stupid
cloth.
men. Yeah.
This
That's
was
a
one where,
killer song, though. Hellfire.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, the songs
God,
were
yeah.
great. I really like the soundtrack to this.
Yeah, same.
This was a favorite as a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time, but
I was too old. I
Again,
didn't
yeah, I
like
was
this one.
too old. I caught it later. Yeah. Sorry, Dave.
No, that's it. That's just that
That's
it
it?
was not. It was not my generation. Like, what was right before this?
Pocahontas.
yeah.
Yeah, Pocahontas was like the cutoff for me. I remember Pocahontas in theaters, and then this was like, I watched it later, and then what's after this?
Mulan.
Mulan. Yep, I was firmly a shitty teenager, and I think it was The Emperor's New Groove is when it was like that like idea of like, oh, it's like hip, funny, modern.
I caught that one
funny.
on TV, yeah, in college, and I was like, "This is funny as shit."
Yeah.
But no, I was still catching these on video because I have a much younger stepbrother. So that's
okay,
how I
yeah.
saw Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's pretty mid for a Disney movie. It's like not. Also, it's a really weird fucking story to pick, guys, to
Yeah.
adapt for a Disney
Yeah.
movie.
No,
But,
it's a very strange one.
the music is
he-
real good.
Yeah. He self-flagellates.
Oh, that's weird. He doesn't like. They don't hook up in the end, right? He just
No.
like goes away.
No, he gives her and Kevin Kline his blessing.
Son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
Yep.
That's brutal, man.
He doesn't die?
No, not in the cartoon.
Oh. Lame.
No, they don't. I mean, they only.
Kind of
Really
Frollo
kill the
dies.
baddies,
That's
right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of things that, again, I feel like this was like my 12-year-old self was like, I'm trying to put myself in my head for this. Eraser. Another movie I did not watch in theaters. I
Oh,
watched later in
buddy,
life.
I tripped over myself to watch this in theaters. Me and my brother saw this. We're firmly this came out. I mean, I grew up watching every Arnold movie on VHS. So this was at the time where if Arnold was in a movie, we were seeing it opening weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's
same.
okay.
Yeah.
Because
Also, a little bit of synergy from Chuck Russell, the director of The Mask.
Wait, it's the director of The Mask?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
you gotta
the
see this
fucking
movie, man. You're
Scorpion
missing
King,
out.
dude.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Your luggage. I've seen it. I'm just saying that, like, this was at the time. I remember I loved Predator. I loved everything that Arnold did, obviously. And then I remember when Eraser came out, that was when it began with me as a kid going, like, I'm kind of done with
Is this stupid now? Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
it was the seminal End of Days. Go
That
see
was-
End of
Yeah, that'll do
Days.
it. That'll
Go
do
see End of Days.
That was
all
the-
I remember from that era. Is him being on TV going, "Go see End of Days."
Yeah.
That was the one where that was the first Arnold movie I saw in theaters where it was like, this one wasn't very good. And then you
Yeah.
had The Sixth Day right after that. And it's like, ooh, I think
just
this
think
is
we were
done.
Yeah, we were in this weird because it's like Arnold movies. We had a separate podcast where we've covered Eraser and all of Arnold's movies. Where for a while he was like he's Marvel, right? It's
Yeah.
like this. Is
Yeah,
it.
he was.
And
Yeah, him, Tom Cruise, and Bruce Willis, right? They were like,
yeah.
His movies would be like the biggest box office hits, regardless of what they were. Yeah, that was very much box office driven, very much more by actors at the time.
Right.
yeah, back when celebrity had meaning.
And I feel like this part is where we're kind of searching for the Matrix, meaning that it's like we're going to cover another action film in a second that is awesome, but I would put that in its own category. But like the big dumb action, like Hollywood action, I feel like this was on its way out, and it
The
was
one
like,
man
we knew there
army
was,
kind of thing.
Yeah, and the CGI of it all, where it was like it feels like something needs to break through. And what we didn't know was the Matrix was coming, and that was going to kind of redefine action, for better or for worse, because I think that gets into the era where like anybody could do action, because then you could just CGI them flipping around. You know what I mean? Like you can stick Tobey Maguire
The
in a
aughts.
suit.
The aughts is a real blasted landscape for a lot of action as a result.
Yeah. It's like a transitional period. It's like the printing press has been invented and the world briefly goes into chaos while everybody figures out what to do with this technology.
Well, this was the era of like action movies, and like sexual thrillers were really big at the time too, where it was just like if you put a little bit of nudity and some weird sexual twists, you had a hit movie for some reason.
I think the R-rated thrillers for adults. Yeah.
Yeah. This
like
movie
we
was
didn't-
fine. I feel like I'm a Time Cop guy
Yeah.
Oh well.
over Eraser.
I mean, but you don't have. That's not mutually exclusive. You can be both.
Yeah.
I'm happily both. There's room for both Time Cop and Eraser in my life.
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah. How many years between Time Cop and Eraser are there?
Two.
Only two?
Only
Yeah,
two.
they're
Wow.
that's so to me. It's this. It's they were like, hey, did you like Time Cop? Here's kind of not that, but Arnold's in it.
I think there's a very big ingredient that, I mean, Time Cop. Who is that? Peter Hyams.
Peter Hyams. Yeah.
Hyams.
Daheim.
I think like Eraser needed kind of that, or you know what Eraser needed? It needed a Verhoeven. Like Verhoeven could make Eraser, and we'd love it, right? It needed someone to lean into how kind of stupid it was. Wasn't there like a super gun? There's a super gun.
There is.
in
It's the
Eraser?
rail gun. Yeah.
Yes,
There's
the
a-
railgun.
I think Chuck Russell was a decent idea because he's, I mentioned he made The Mask, and he also did Scorpion King just because of the synergy with today's episode.
okay.
But he also made, like the Blob remake
Yeah,
and the
that's something.
Witchboard remake. Like he's kind of a horror maniac, so he's not a bad choice to make a gonzo action movie. It's just Eraser doesn't ultimately turn out to be that good.
Right.
Like it's violent. The violence is plenty cruel.
Yeah,
Good old
James
Chuck Russell
Cromwell.
fashion, but
Yeah. This is James Cromwell eating a gun.
yeah, we can't thank it enough for that. But
Yeah.
no matter what we
Amazing.
say about Eraser, we have the gif of James Cromwell swallowing a revolver.
Yeah, we do. It gave us that. This is again another CGI where we're like, we could do anything. Let's
Your
put some
luggage.
fucking alligators in there that look like shit.
Yeah, those alligators look real bad, man.
Yeah. All right. Second to last, second highest grossing movie in June 1996.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Cable Guy, folks. The fucking Cable Guy.
Directed by Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Such a great movie, man.
Yeah.
This one was so underrated at the time and felt like a true, like, undiscovered gem even when it came out. It was like, if you're cool, you liked this movie, and if you didn't get this movie, you were not as cool as the people that got it.
This one confused me. Like, I was a huge Jim Carrey fan, obviously. I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
This one, I thought parts of it were really funny, but like also it's dark.
It's very dark.
And there are parts of it that are uncomfortable, and they're meant to be uncomfortable. And I didn't quite know what to do with that when I was a kid, and like revisiting it as an adult, and knowing who Ben Stiller is, and kind of that alt comedy world that this came from, and being more, it's like, oh, the intent here is much more clear. I still think it's shaky. I don't think he perfectly nails the tone. I totally 100% agree that it was overlooked at the time, or definitely underappreciated at the time.
Well, it's like, I don't know. I remember having the soundtrack to it. I had a
soundtrack was rad,
sibling,
yeah.
And like that idea of like it's more of a cool teen movie. It was the first time I had realized that comedies could be dark. Like, I don't know. I grew up on, like Monty Python, the Holy Grail, shit like that, but it was always silly. This was like dark in a way that was like a horror, like real, where you're like, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah. Right. It's not dark not to interrupt you, it's not dark like Ghostbusters is dark, where it's occasionally scary. Yeah. Like, it's dark in that the characters you like act weird, or they act in ways that you don't like them for doing it.
Right.
Sorry.
No, it's
the whole tone of this movie is like proto Tim Robbins.
Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson's a different dude.
Tim Robinson. Yeah. That's what this whole vibe of this movie feels like, is like that style of comedy way before its time.
Yeah, where it's weird.
Where it's weird and it's kind of fucked up and dark, and people act in ways that people just don't act, and it's like funny but uncomfortable. You can also see you can see it following Stiller's career as a director is interesting, because you can see elements of like his later movies in certain shots in this movie, and even Severance in like certain shots in this movie.
Yeah.
He was like always been developing this thing, I feel like, for himself, this look,
Yeah, him as a director is a very different beast, and like you realize watching this, like he was like this for a while, where he could do like more darker things.
Yeah.
More serious. I gotta rewatch this. Yeah, I always forget how much it escalates. How it becomes like he's like going after him. It becomes like a thriller where he's like seeing his family and his girlfriend and all that.
Well, he's gaslighting him.
Yeah. It's a stalker movie for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the Medieval Times is the one we went to, Shawn. Me and Shawn went to the Medieval Times in this. Yeah. It's the same exact one.
And speaking of alt comedy, Janine Garofalo
were you not there?
Memorably in that scene. I wasn't. I was living in Bakersfield at the time.
You were there in spirit.
Right. So you were there in spirit.
It was a beast of a drive, and
Yeah.
I never don't hear in my head him going brr, brr, when he's fighting with the sticks. He's doing the Star Trek. Yeah, and they're fighting with the lances.
The jousting lances. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that, and also when he puts the chicken skin on his face and says "Silence of the Lambs."
Oh yeah,
that also is in my brain. Every time I see a piece of fried chicken, I'm like, put that on my face.
I didn't get that joke at the time because I hadn't seen Silence of the Lambs. I just thought it was a broader joke about Hannibal being a cannibal. Did not know that he literally wears a man's face to escape in that film.
Oh yeah.
Hadn't seen it yet.
Great movie.
It's really good.
Both of them. The Cable Guy and
Silence of the Lambs, equally good.
Silence of the Lambs. Equally good.
Equally
Yeah.
good
Same
films.
vibes.
Same quality.
Exact same vibes, yeah.
And honestly,
right.
this last movie is, I feel like,
Yeah.
right up there.
Number one movie in America in 1996. Once you hear the name, you go, of course.
For a reason.
It's The Rock.
It's The Rock.
It's the fucking
Not
Rock.
Dwayne Johnson.
Not
Although-
yet.
No, not yet.
Although we did talk about Scorpion King a lot of this
Yeah.
episode.
That's true.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's
he's
The
done
Rock.
Bad Boys. Fucking Sean Connery is on top of the world. He's a
Yeah,
dragon
this
as
and
well.
Dragonheart. Yes.
The loser
Things are
goes home and
looking pretty
fucks the
good.
prom queen.
They cut that from the trailer for some reason.
Really?
Because it's
I
not a
noticed.
Red Band trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just go right from him saying, losers always whine about their best. And then
Yeah.
Nick Cage says, yeah,
I married the prom queen.
Carla's prom queen.
The trailer wants to tell us it's doing like the underdog thing where it's like he's just a nerd and he's old. Like they try to convince us that Sean
Right, that he
Connery
can't-
is helpless.
They're really hammering on that he can't remember the map. And it's like,
Yeah.
are you trying to present Sean Connery as like a doddering old man? Because it's not working.
He's confused.
Is this before or after Indy?
This is after.
Yeah, this has got to be after, right? Yeah.
I mean, Indy's a
They
similar.
were already. I was just gonna say they were already doing it then. I mean,
Right, but-
because he's like, oh, whoa, Indy, you know.
The fun thing about
Yeah.
that is he's playing against type. It's a similar thing to what we were just talking about with Whoopi Goldberg, right? Where it's like the entirety of Sean Connery's career outside of Indiana Jones is playing
Yes.
like tough James Bond types who like beat the shit out of you. And then in Indy, he's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he goes
It's
very
intolerable.
broad.
So yeah.
We named the dog Indiana.
But you're right, David is like, he's a nerd. He's lost. Are they going to die?
Yeah.
Probably. The Rock.
It's great. And like,
Missile.
yeah, watching the montage, you realize like,
They show 3 different times the missile kill of Tony Todd. They just
Yes.
keep showing different
Yes.
angles of it. This is really fucking cool. We got to get this in the trailer 3
they
times.
knew they had it. They
Yeah.
knew they had it.
Sorry, Dave.
It's like I love watching this trailer where you realize if you do a supercut, the trailer's all over the fucking place. Where
Yeah.
it's like car chase, missiles, explosion.
A trolley explodes. Like, I thought we were at Alcatraz.
Yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck is
What
this?
is
It's 'cause
this
Michael Bay,
movie?
he fucking knew. He knew how to deliver.
Yeah.
Is this peak Michael Bay?
This is his
Yeah.
best
Is it
movie.
all downhill, right?
Yes.
This
Yes.
is it, right? And then it's all bad all the way down. It gets worse and worse.
I will hear arguments for Bad Boys 2
Sure.
being on, I guess, equal footing with The Rock, maybe. But yeah, I think The Rock is his best movie.
I think that Michael Bay needs limitations.
Yes.
Not many, but he needs enough. Like CGI was bad for him, and I think studios being like, just fucking do it. Oh,
do
3
your
hours
thing,
Transformers is
Bayham.
fine. Where it's like, yeah, you need to actually like tell him like we can't do this, or we don't have the budget for this, or like we have to do this in camera, or like
Or
just
he needs
tone
to
it.
have like a Will Smith and a Martin Lawrence be like, I need to, like, more than half the movie
Yeah.
needs to be me handing it over to these guys so they can just be funny.
Yeah, exactly. All right, should we think some more producers?
Let's do it.
Big sloppy thank you to Chester's Prophet.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparks Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dan Hackroy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Daniel O'Brien's White Hot Hatred of Pinocchio the Puppet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Dave Ruff.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to David
Knife Boot.
Henson. Thank you to Disposable Income.
Thank you.
Thank you to Driftless Magistrate of Wagga Wagga and Skull Tower Aficionado.
Thank you.
Thank you to Encircled by Ravages of the Scourge. Zombie Battle is hard work.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you to Exploding
Thank
Runes. Thank you to Funky J. Mostly comes out at night. Mostly.
Thanks. Thank you to Happy Ed Rises.
Thank you.
Thank you to I was quite frankly out of excuses.
Thank you.
Thank you to Joe Man, the annoying skeleton.
Thank you.
My skeleton's pretty annoying these days. Thank you to Joe Man. I already did that one. Thank you to Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mike the Lurker.
Thank you.
Thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you to Norm from Cheers and Dying Love for Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven.
Thank you.
And thank you to, oh shit, it's Candyman.
Oh shit.
It's Candyman.
News stories. A24 AI thing. What are they doing? They're teaming with Google AI to make filmmaking tools.
Whatever that means.
I think
they said AI-powered technologies for filmmakers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're investing $75 million into
technologies.
A research partnership that will see them work with Google's DeepMind unit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
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 This is the thing. Like, I was thinking about this a lot. The reason I think AI and filmmaking, like you hear Darren Aronofsky go like, I'm fine with AI, right? Where like some filmmakers and these places will sort of embrace it is because they see it as like you have your auteur, your director, your writer, your the creator, and they have a vision, and then everybody else is like a tool for creating that. So in their head, they're like, yeah, why can't we have a storyboard artist be AI? Well, why can't we have these? They're just there to be tools of their vision. And it's like that. I feel like that's like, I don't mean to generalize, but when a director is like, yeah, I don't see a problem with kicking things to AI, it's like, did you not see these people as people before? Like, right. It feels like bad. It's like the same boss mentality of like, yeah, we could just, and I get it. When you're an indie filmmaker, you can't afford a storyboard artist. You can't afford.
So you draw them with stick figures. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to be Rembrandt. Like, what's the like? Yeah, I'm of the same. Because I'm of the same mind as you, Dave, because it's like, well, it's just another tool for the artist. It's like, well, so is the actor.
Right.
Like, if it's just another tool to realize your vision, if that's what you're referring to, then anybody on set is, anybody involved in the production is just another person that's serving the vision here. So it's like...
And it's also like, it doesn't seem like it really acknowledges that that's not fully true. Meaning that, like, there are entire conspiracy theories around Stanley Kubrick's The Shining based on props that the prop master created or the costume designer created, where it's like a lot of good directors delegate. They go, like, the person comes in and goes, I have this cool idea. And the director goes, that's awesome. Let's go with it. Like, even the most controlling directors have been known to delegate artistic vision to other people.
I mean, that's what department heads are for. Like, literally, that's their whole job, is to take your ideas and then hand them off to someone who knows how to build things or sew a costume, and then they do it. And then sometimes they come to you and they're like, hey, I know how to do this better and differently, but it'll look cooler. And like, I think smarter directors lean into those times. And I think in my experience, especially in TV where I've worked a lot, the department heads are like so good at what they do. They have so much experience that, like, when you get directors that come in and then want to like tell them how to do things, it always ends up not as skilled or as elegantly done. Like, every time I saw this over and over and over again with, because TV directors are some come in and they're just like, hey, I'm here to hang out. And some are like, I have a vision for this show that we've already done 90 episodes of, and it looks exactly how it looks.
Right. And I don't know. I see why this is so tempting, or why it so easily can like infiltrate this culture.
Yeah, how you can talk yourself into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what's happening here. I just think that most people are like, well, that's a shame that A24 is doing that. You'd think I think in their head, they're like young, idealistic. We want to help the indie filmmaker, right? Is like their thought. And I get it, because there's that certain degree where it's like, if you're trying to get something made and you're frustrated, like, you can see the temptation of going like, what if I just gave my script to Grok or whatever and he made the movie? Like, oh, I don't have to pay for anything. I can just give him my script. And it's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's a collaboration, and it's like really hard, and you have to sit down and convince someone to give you money.
Give it to Grok, and it just spits back like a 90-minute movie of Elon trying to be like Viral. It's Elon trying to go viral for 90 minutes.
Just every character's a swastika with eyes. And you're like, what the hell, Grok?
Look, I'm standing on my head.
I don't know if it's a one-to-one, but the AI stuff reminds me a lot of the transition from traditional coloring and lettering to digital coloring and lettering. Just in the reaction from the artistic communities that it's impacting, where, I mean, I lived through it. I vividly remember people being like, fucking, are you kidding me? The computers are going to be coloring our stuff now. Like, oh, we're not going to, you don't ever even need talent. You just press a button. It's going to be and it's like, none of those things came true. You know, the greats, Todd Klein and these guys who did it by hand for the first half of their career pivoted and started designing fonts, and like we started working with the tools that were given to them. So I don't know. You know, I truly don't. It seems too early to tell. I do know that like the foundation and base on which they built a lot of these LLMs, like that stolen foundation wasn't there when they were like, hey, computers can color now, you know? And I think that's what soured this initial thing. But
I'd also argue sometimes the bad thing doesn't happen because people are reactionary about it. Meaning that, like, you need someone, because I think the studios would be happy to kick everything to AI, where it's like, yeah, AI, the problem with AI is more of this idea where there's literally advertisements that are saying, stop hiring people, where it's like, the pushback has to be hard because otherwise they'll do whatever will let them. And so, like, that's why it's so important to have unions and like people who say, like, all right, this is where we're drawing the line, you know, or like, and it's for everybody's sake ultimately.
Agreed.
Yeah. Should we talk about this Netflix? Netflix canceled the Burrows, and they've essentially broken up with the Duffers. I think because they're like moving to Paramount or something.
Yeah, they moved on to a Paramount deal. But yeah, this is like. The Burrows was their old people find an aliens show that we talked about.
It was Cocoon with aliens. It was very fun, man. I'm so
was
bummed
it?
about this. Yeah, it hit a sweet spot for me. It was like Stranger Things with old people, and like Molina and Davis and Alfred Woodward, like Dennis O'Hare, like they're all great and they're all doing, you know, their shtick. Bill Pullman. It's a real bummer. This was like a fun show. I thought it had like
it has good reviews.
Yeah, I thought it had a lot. I was like, my wife was very sad.
I hate this new all this shit because I think they did this through politics. I think they did it because they're breaking up.
Yeah, but they did it because they're not exclusive to them anymore, and they don't want to make any more stuff. And the Stranger Things cartoon, I think, didn't hit the way they wanted to, and so they're like,
although they are renewing that did get renewed.
Really?
The Stranger Things cartoon, Stranger Things Tales from '85, that's getting a season 2.
I guess because that's more theirs now. They're like,
I guess
Netflix
it's pretty branded. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, this is why I have trust issues. I never start a show.
It's hard for me to start shows now. Yeah,
it's going to get canceled while I'm watching it.
I got to have some kind of guarantee. That hasn't actually happened to me.
If you're not watching From yet, you can. Their final season is next year, so you're definitely going to get an ending.
Okay, so I remember us covering the initial season trailer.
No danger of that, and I think it's one of the strongest mystery box shows that I've seen. It's a lot of former Lost writers, and it seems to be feels like a big mea culpa a little bit, where like there are so many elements that remind me of Lost, but then they're like paid off in satisfying ways, or it is a mystery box that definitely deepens before it starts opening up. But we're one episode away from the season 4 finale, which I think comes out Sunday. And I feel like they have opened up the story and like started turning cards over in a way that feels like, oh, awesome. You know, things from like the first episode are like being brought up. It's cool. A 10 out of 10, super gory too. If you're into like horror shit, like it's surprisingly gory television. Like people torn open and monsters like eating from out of their guts. But like prestige television.
Sounds chill.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. That's a plug for something that's not mine, that I love just as much.
And of course,
Cool.
Widow's Bay.
Oh yeah, and Widow's Bay. Awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, the Burrow, I don't know. It reminds me of the Futurama joke where they are at Comic-Con and Futurilla comes up and it gets canceled during the title, where it's like, yeah. All right, more news. This felt inevitable. We're getting a Magic School Bus movie.
Yeah,
I feel
this
like I
already
heard
happened.
about this. Yeah, I was about to say.
Weird.
Elizabeth Banks makes sense.
Sure. Yeah. Is it
Not
going
only
to be
do I
live
know
action
that-
or animated?
Live
Sorry,
action, I think.
Okay.
Not
Sorry,
only
Shawn.
do I know this happened, I know it happened during the pandemic because I'm pretty sure I covered this exact story for Screen Rant.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, this happened already? Like there was
Yeah.
a whole thing about this. I
This
don't
is
get it.
like,
The show was
This is-
rebooted, I remember.
yes.
Yes, but it's her sister, I think. It's not Miss Bliss.
Sure. Yeah, this is one of those stories where I'm like, it does feel like we hear this every 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like they're making a blank movie, and it's like they're not getting it together, or they like get to a certain point
gonna be
and
one
then
of
they
the-
go like,
It's going to be a mod squad, right? Like, like when it finally comes out, like who is it going to be for?
right, yes,
Like-
yeah. I didn't even really care about Magic School Bus
Right? Like
growing
I
up.
was too old for it.
Yeah,
So I guess it's going to be, I don't know, man. We'll see.
I don't know.
I mean, there's like an opportunity to make it a really cool movie, right? Like the world of that is awesome. The idea that like as like a kids thing, right? The concept of like you have this cool teacher who's like semi-magical and has a magic bus that then can like shrink down or take you to the moon or I don't know.
I could see a solid 90-minute children's movie out of that, where it's like,
Yeah.
the government wants her Magic School Bus, or there's like, a chase scene. They're zipping through stuff, and it's like shrinking and teleporting and going into someone's body and then expanding and blowing them up so their guts go everywhere.
So a bus just explodes out of some poor chap's face.
You know, if
Poor
they're
soul.
smart, they just will. I mean, I think like it's like you string a couple of episodes together and like make, like I don't think you need like a big deep plot or anything. Like the concept works. You just make them do cool stuff. Oh, they got to go in the ocean, and then something messed up happens while they're like undersea, all being fish, and then they got to go, to Venus.
I guess that's kind of my thought about it. Is it's such a thing, such a premise that's designed to be like a show or a series of books.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, what is the story then? Like, what do we like? Is this like just going to be 3 episodes of the show? Like, so it's going to be like another Mandalorian and Grogu. That wasn't a very good movie. So it's like, I sort of struggle with this one a little bit.
Hope it's not like Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah. Like, what would it be? I guess somebody. I guess it would be like the government trying to take her school bus away.
Oh no, I think you do. You start with the kids. There's a new teacher in class. She's kind of weird. You Mary Poppins it a little bit. Like she fucking magics their life and teaches them about fucking stuff.
Yeah, and the Detective Pikachu guy feels like the right guy to figure it out. Even this, I'm looking at an MSN article, and they were like, they said, the problem with the movie, the reason it stalled in 2020. It was announced in 2020 and it stalled. And the idea is that apparently it was because like the bus turns into a spaceship and a submarine and then shrinks down and flies through a kid's bloodstream. And like, how do you do any of that in live action without tipping into like uncanny weirdness? And so it feels like, all right, Detective Pokemon guy visually got that world. I mean, that movie looked cool.
It's a lot of CGI where it's like Pokemon makes sense where Pokemon's good money, right? Where they're like, oh yeah, Magic School Bus. I'm sure they're doing the math where they're like, is this worth $150 million budget? Like,
right.
How big or small can this be? I don't know. It's again, I'll take acid. And watch it.
You could. I take it back. You could do some cool Body Wars type, Honey I Shrunk the Kids, fun adventure stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I think you could make a fun kind of 90s-ish amalgamation of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the one where they
I think a bit of Mary
Body
Poppins.
Wars.
A bit of Mary
stuff.
Poppins. Yeah.
A little bit of Mary Poppins. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Well, let's thank some more producers.
Let's do it.
Thank God.
Huge
I need
old
another bong
thank
hit.
you. Yeah, do it. Well, this is a especially long one. Thank you to Numino Ultramicroscopic Silico Volcanoconiosis and Disestablishmentarianism Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's mine again. Thank you to Rev MD.
Thank you.
Thank you to Ricky Cilantro.
Thank you so much.
I'm
Thank you
allergic.
to Robert.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Rosemary's Baby from Eraserhead.
Thank you.
Thank you to Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Thanks.
Thank you to Sorry Cop, world's most laughable centrist.
Thank you.
Thank you to Steven.
Thanks.
Thank you to Sweet Keel, likes the way Tom says pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you to the conveniently placed self-destruct button on the top of every baby's head.
Thank you. All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to the Herald of the Sasquatchopolis.
Thank you.
Sasquatcholips. Jeez, I do that every time. I want to add an
know.
additional syllable. My brain just wants to put it in there. I'll get it right, I promise. All right, thank you to the Oatmeal Savage.
Thank you.
Thank you to the scar left by seeing James Woods put a gun in his stomach, Cooch. Thank you to the To Be Terror Bunny has left a resurrected copy of Dead Heat in your house for Easter.
Thanks.
Thank you to these 7 Bs.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tux.
Tux.
Thank you to Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you to watch me use these prehensile nipples to shoplift loose shrimp.
Thank you.
And thank you to your mom.
Thank you. Hey.
Cindy?
Hey.
Yeah, thank you,
that's the
Cindy.
one.
Dave,
Yeah.
before we fire up the time stream and leave 1996 behind us, tragically, we'll be back next month.
Can you guys leave me here and just
Yeah.
go on
Sure,
my own?
man, if you want.
We do. Yeah, we do it often.
Many guests
we're gonna
have
rob you
asked to
first.
be abandoned in the past.
The book is pre-scheduled, so enjoy,
Yeah.
and I'll just be here skanking it up with Real Big
Skanking in the
Fish
past.
when they're still together and young.
What a flex. I'm going to set a novel up to auto-release and then vanish into the past like a Ray Bradbury character. Dave, do you have a movie, perhaps, that deserves a little bit more hype?
Oh,
Before we leave.
I do, baby. I couldn't find a version of this that had subtitles. This is
Perfect.
out of Japan, I want to say.
Yeah.
It's called
I don't know.
Yeah. It's called Never After Dark. Never After Dark. You can find the trailer to it on Mubi. I think it's on like social medias, like some people have posted it, but it's not on YouTube. Unless you have a what's the thing where you pretend you're not from where you are?
A
mustache. No.
Yeah.
Like
like a disguise.
a digital mustache. A digital version of a mustache, of a disguise.
Like a
You know
picture
what
of a mustache on your cell phone?
All right. I don't know why I'm forgetting the term for it.
A firewall?
The fucking VPN? Is that what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
the
of?
VPN.
Yeah, VPN.
Jesus, I don't know why that hurts so badly. Anyway, Never After Dark. It is a pretty standard ghost movie. It's about a psychic ghost hunter. She goes around solving ghost mysteries. It's from the creator of the Netflix show House of Ninjas, which looked awesome. I didn't see it, but people like it. And she goes around solving ghost mysteries with her teen sister, who only she can see because it's a ghost. Her teen sister's a ghost. And she goes to this house, and it's just a particularly terrifying ghost. The reviews are... The big thing is, like, the reviews are really positive for this. They said they're comparing it to things like The Exorcist and The Shining as being a slow burn and very atmospheric. I was thinking about Houseu a little because it almost looks like gritty Houseu. Like it has a Houseu vibe, or like Qui-Gon a little bit.
My favorite Jedi.
Just the angles and the lighting, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of House too, and not just because it's a Japanese horror movie.
No,
It looks
there's
beautiful.
something about it.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was happening. I refused to read any of what you wrote about it. I just watched the trailer cold, and I was riveted, which is, I think, it says a lot. I was just like, whoa, this looks so pretty, and the shots are so good. And then it starts to get weird, and a girl that makes weird faces and
Yeah.
stuff. It gets like a little spooky. It feels like, and maybe I'm misreading the vibe, but it feels like it's like fun spooky, not
Yes,
like,
it looks a little silly.
yeah, I love that. Teen
Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah,
Jack
yeah, yeah.
Witch.
But it's also a noir, apparently. It's a noir
Yes.
mystery. So I think the idea is like there's a mystery to solve around this ghost. Again, very classic. The ghost has this apparently like this terrifying gaping mouth. It's all kind of practically done. All the effects sound like very unique and like
Didn't Netflix just cancel a show about two like ghost detectives? I feel
Maybe.
like that just existed on Netflix, and I can't remember what it's called, but I watched it. I watched it with
that sounds like something they'd make.
my wife Elizabeth, and just, so as you're talking about this, I'm like, man, this just sounds like whatever. It was like two ghost boys. They were British, two little British ghost boys, and then a live girl, and they were solving mysteries.
That sounds like something they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like a show they'd cancel.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wing and a miss.
But yeah, this just looks, I don't know. It's coming out September 2026. Probably limited. It'll probably have like take a minute to kind of roll here to the States. But it looks just like real, like again, it's hard to say like real straightforward because it's not straightforward. It's gorgeous and it looks uniquely shot. And like the things that like made me think of House is like her sister appears in all the reflections and they do a lot of like almost this cutout where like the circular mirror and it's just her face in it and her face is white and creepy and like her eyes are white. And like the vibes like it looks, the architecture reminds me of House a bit, but I think that might also just be like older Japanese architecture, but it just feels like a classic haunted house, but done like I think of the directors like Samuel Bowden or fucking what's his name who did Hokum,
Oh, yeah.
where it looks like the story itself is like not bad or not simple, but it's like it's straightforward.
Well, it is
And
simple, but
then-
that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Yes, that's
In-
what I
in
mean.
Hokum,
And,
anyway.
like, yeah, and it's the execution that looks so fucking good. Where it's like, oh, this just looks like, God, horror movie. Give me that. Give me that ghost
Yeah, like
movie.
we mentioned The Shining and The Exorcist a few times. Very simple stories.
Yeah,
This looks. I'm really into this. I love a good haunted house movie. This also gave me a little bit of Crimson Peak vibes, not necessarily in tone or in imagery, but in a lot of the lighting and shadow choices and just
Yeah.
the vibe of kind of like a modern filmmaking take on the classic idea of a haunted house.
right.
And then obviously also House, as we've already mentioned.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there's mounting gore and horror. What? There's no gore
I
in this
know.
trailer. It's a really
It
restrained
sounds-
trailer in that respect, but
Yeah, I think the ghost is kind of gross ghost. They should have called it that, but it's called Never After Dark. Never After Dark. Look for the trailer on Mubi, which makes me suspect maybe look for it on Mubi sometime.
yeah.
Mubi's like a real dark horse where every now and then Mubi will just kind of come out with something that rules.
Yeah.
What even
like,
is
oh,
Mubi?
Mubi.
What is it, like YouTube, but for what is it?
It's like a streaming service that people don't really think about. I think they've released stuff now. Like I think Mubi is sort of like it was a streaming service that sort of like
Like an aggregate?
Yeah, but they slowly started like funding things. If I remember, like oh yeah, you know what they released? The Substance.
Substance,
That's
yeah.
a Mubi film, and that's what it is. Where Mubi was like over there, like Tubi, where they're like, oh, we're just an innocent little streaming service. We're like Vimeo or whatever. Don't mind us. And then they just like whip out something amazing, and you're like, what the fuck have you been doing over there, Mubi? So yeah, it's owned by Moby. I don't know if that's true. I just want it to be true.
We can say that it's true here in the Time
Yeah.
Machine.
Yeah, it's true now.
But
Yeah.
Never After Dark. Check out the trailer.
Check it out.
And I think that's a sode. We've done it.
We fucking did it.
Woo!
Bye, guys. Leave me here.
All right. Well, before we leave you, do you want to plug your book one more time?
Yeah, sure. It's called Play Scared. You can find it on royalroad.com. You can also go to Shawn, DePasquale.com and find all of these things and links to all of these things. ShawnDePasquale.
That's actually important.
Com.
Okay. Because like Shawn, like you guys have to agree to something.
There's
you got to get all
you
the
guys
Shawns
need to have a
to get together.
conference. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to fucking nail that.
You know what we agree on? It's crazy. I went into a random dispensary in upstate New York, and this guy overheard my name, and he walked over to me, and he was like, "With a W or a U or EA?" And I went, "W," and he went, "I'm with a U, my man." And I was like, "We hate those other guys, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, they're not real Shawns." I was like, "Yeah, they're not."
Oh, the scenes.
We
The
hate
scenes.
Yeah, so us Shawns and Shawns, we hate the scenes.
Okay, so there's a
real
war.
war on scenes. Yeah, well, it's back. They hate us. It's
Yeah, it's a war.
Yeah.
So you guys, all right, we'll get together and you fight it out, and then you come out and say, "This is it." Like, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to try to kill the U's as well at a certain point. Like, you do the SEANs, you get rid of them, then you guys have to
The Irish, that's what you're saying. Get rid of the Irish.
And then you do get out. All right, I'll plug our Patreon. Patreon.com/ this is as good as place as any to plug it. Patreon.com/gamefully unemployed. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and our brand newish supernatural podcast, Him Booze.
Yeah.
For $10 a month, you can watch movies with us every Friday night on our Discord. 2 movies back to back. We fucking love it.
A lot of the movies we discussed today.
Yes, God, yes. My goodness, yes.
Boy, oh boy. We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate and review our podcasts wherever you are listening, and check out our other show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you are listening.
Do it.
Dave.
Do it. What?
Let's get out of here.
All right, let's leave Shawn in the past. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as The Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.